Hey everybody, it's Trapping the Mitten here, and it's a rainy Sunday morning, so I figured I might as well do a little DIY. So I've been goofing off with, I've been building a rod holder, a rod stand, I guess you'd call it, for my fishing poles down in the basement, and now I'm going to play with building a fighting butt for a steelhead rod. All right, so I went on Amazon and I found these cork bottle stops. They're made for like a 5-gallon jug, and I think they're 2¼ inches across, something like that. Anyway, I'm gonna glue a couple together, and then we will put it on a drill press and sand it down to the shape we want, and well, we'll get going. So the first step is to obviously get some glue. I'm going to use some Gorilla style glue. So it's like that, whatever it's called, ET 6000 or something like that. I guess unless ET phoned home or something, I don't know. All right, the first step is to glue these two pieces together. I'm actually going to glue the large ends, just like that. So the trick is I don't have a cork clamp. So what I'm going to do is I am going to smear some glue between these things, and then I am going to put some weight on it to make sure it stays in the right place. So, all right, let me get that going. All right, so I got those babies glued together, and I figured the most weight I had around this joint was this ammo box, which is full of trapping chain and connections and things like that. Well, that didn't work. I guess we're going to have to reinvent the wheel here. Actually, I'll probably just have to center that a little bit better. Okay, we got that baby centered a little better now. Or at least the weight is centered. All right, well, I'm going to let this thing dry for a while, and we'll see what it looks like in an hour or so. All right, well, take one did not work. The glue I used, that Gorilla Glue, was not the right kind of glue to put two pieces of cork together. It didn't dry, and it held good, but after a while of sanding on it, it started coming apart. So I need something that's more permanent. So we went with the old wood glue. This stuff here I buy at the Dollar Tree. It's $1.25 for this little bottle. And let me tell you, this stuff's actually really good. I use this stuff a lot for different projects. All right, so the cork glued together lovely. That wood glue really did the trick. I spent a couple of seconds just checking to make sure when I sanded it, it would be a real nice connection, and it is. So now I got to figure out how far. It's funny doing that on camera. How far, do I need to go up the shaft? And I figured this is roughly 2½ inches. So I figured about 2 inches would be perfect. I want to leave a little bit of cork at the end because I'm going to round the bottom, and I don't want the end of the rod blank to be right out at the edge of the cork. I want it to be in a little way so it doesn't malfunction later. So, all right, unfortunately I don't have a drill press here. I'm going to actually sand it while it's on the rod, as opposed to putting it on a drill press on like a spindle and then sanding it that way. Will it work? I don't know. We're going to find out. This cork is cheap enough that if it doesn't work, guess what? We'll start over. So, all right, here we go. All right, once I had the cork glued to the butt end of the rod, I put my angle grinder in a vise with a flap disc, and I did the rough shaping. It was kind of a messy process, and now I'm going to have to wash the wall, but that's okay. It needed it anyway. So now I'm going to get the Dremel tool out, and I'm going to do some finishing work. You guys want to see this process? It's quite interesting, actually. And this is why I wore safety glasses. I am covered. So I'm going to clean up and then we'll do the last step, or not the last step, but the last sanding step, which is final sand with some really fine sandpaper just to get everything nice and smooth. I don't know if I'm going to use 400, 600, something like that. I'm going to see what I have. So, all right, I'm going to clean up first. All right, there's the final project. I do need to get some sealant for it. Cork sealant is dirt cheap. You can find it at any hobby place or Amazon or whatever. And that's it, guys. I built a fighting butt for my steelhead rod because it was too long and I wanted the handle shorter. It doesn't quite match perfectly, but you know what? It's not exactly a G. Loomis, so we're not too worried about it. For watching, I appreciate you being here. Don't forget, this is Trapping the Mitten, and hey, if you haven't already subscribed, I appreciate it if you do. Don't forget to like and comment. We'll see you guys out on the steelhead water soon. Thanks for being here.